So Bitcoin is at a critical point right now on the charts, and in this video we're just going to take a bit of a look at some shorter term time frames, what I think lies ahead and what some potential scenarios could be. What's up guys, Dirk here from intelligentcryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button below, click the notification bell so you do get future updates. And if you want to get on my email list to get an email update every time I upload a new video, first link in the description below. Sign up for my crypto masterclass and you will get all those details. By the way guys, I have also temporarily reopened the doors to my Intelligent Cryptocurrency membership. Again, if you sign up for my masterclass, you will get those details, or you're welcome to click the second link in the description below to be able to become a member of Intelligent Cryptocurrency. 60-day money-back guarantee. So I'm not going to talk about it too much right now. I want to get into today's video. If you want more info, it's in the links below, or at the end of this video, I will also share some more details. Okay, so today's focus is on Bitcoin. So what we have here is the Bitcoin daily chart. As you can see, we have two indicators on here. We have the 200-day moving average in red, and we have the 50-day moving average in blue. And the critical point, as you can see, is we are right up against this 200-day moving average. So the question is going to be, are we going to break through this? Are we going to go above it, flip it into support, and continue the bull run, get to the highs and then new highs? Or do we get rejected from this point? So little bit of information for those of you who don't know. Moving average is quite simply, the simple moving average is the sum of the previous period, whatever it's set to, divided by that period. So 200-day moving average is the last 200 days, the average of that. The same with the 50, right? So it's just a lagging indicator of the previous price action. But it is interesting to note that these averages do tend to provide support and resistances at certain points. And a lot of traders are watching these averages. Okay, and there's all sorts of variations. Some people use an exponential moving average, which is basically a little bit of a modified simple moving average. It places more weight on the recent candles rather than taking a global average of the whole period. So that looks a little bit different. And then there's the 21 EMA, and then people have all sorts of indicators. But basically the 50 and especially the 200-day moving average is usually something that is watched and respected a lot. And as you can see, from basically from May last year, after we recovered from that crash, we got above the 200-day moving average. The whole run up to 65K stayed above the 200, and actually for the most part above the 52. But you can see we broke down, we had the sharp sell-off, broke below the 50, went to the 200, broke below the 200. And since we broke below the 200 in May, we have been below the 200-day moving average. Now, what's going to be interesting to see is if this is going to play out in such a way that we get rejected from here, then there is potential for low, right? Lower. Who knows how low? It could be a small pullback, it could be a larger pullback, or as some of the bears have been calling for, like $14,000 Bitcoin. Now, personally, I really doubt that is the case, but never say never. Anything is possible in the crypto markets. But personally, I don't think that is very, very likely at all. So, as you can see, I basically have two horizontal levels that I think at this point are pretty crucial. So, about the $40,000 level, it's $40,500, but $40,000, I think is pretty crucial right now. So as long as we stay above there, I think this is very bullish. We can build strength and we can maybe accumulate here a little bit, and hopefully we're going to blast through this 200-day moving average and flip it to the downside. Remember, in my monthly update videos that I publish on the first of the month, I said looking at the monthly chart, and that's always important, right? Looking at the larger time frames. The short term, the smaller you go in time frames, and the lower you go in 4 hourly and hourly and 15 minutes, the more noise you get, right? There's a lot, it's harder to see the big picture. The big picture is the trend still looks bullish in my opinion, and I think it's possible that we can break through here. And then about $48,000, I said, was a possibility for this month. That is possible. So levels, I'm watching this $40,000 level. Even if we pull back, as long as we stay above this 40,000, you can see over here it was important, over here important, broke through it. So I think this is a decent level to watch over here. And then worst case, if that breaks through, then this level maybe from about $36,000 to $34,000, which also kind of coincides here with the 50 moving average. that should be the line in the sand if we do have a pullback. If we go below there, well then we're gonna have to reassess and obviously make a new video looking at what's happening, depending on why it's happening, if there's crazy FUD or anything that's coming out like that. But for now, I'm still leaning towards we are probably going to break this to the upside, the 200-day moving average, and then hopefully what we're gonna see is that it goes above it, right? That we see it in some way, it shoots through, and maybe it comes down to test it, and then it goes higher from here. That would be, like, let's say that continues like that. That would be super, super bullish if we see this. And I think if we see this, a lot of people who are watching this average are probably going to start to think, hey, we are bullish again. If we are above the 200-day moving average, we flipped it into support. I think we're going to start to see a lot more money go into the markets, and then from there it's still looking good. So I think this is still a possibility that this happens. The other scenario is, of course, you know, what happens here? Do we get rejected? Like, do we go down here and maybe stay around here and then continue to break it like that? Or of course, if it's a really bad scenario and we just go down like this and we do something like this, I mean, it is possible, nothing is impossible. September historically is probably the worst month of the year for Bitcoin's performance. So we could expect some trickery in the next few weeks. We could see what's happening. But at the same time, I think things are still looking relatively bullish. Now, at the same time, this has been a pretty crazy rally. And yes, we had this pullback, but we went higher. There's still a lot of people who are thinking that we are going to sell off. There's a lot of people who are saying, you know, this was a dead cat bounce. We're still in a bear market. We're going to get rejected and we're going to end up going down to 20K or whatever. And as long as there's a large percentage of people who still believe that is the case, it really makes a stronger argument for this to continue to move higher, to really destroy those people who are betting on the short side, who have leveraged positions, and who are basically just going to get liquidated if we get a huge pump to 48K or 50 or 52K, right? All we need now is one announcement from a big company or one positive piece of news, and we could get like a $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 candle blasting through this 200-day moving average, and the bears are wrecked. And then we have to see what is going to happen at this area. And this is going to be an important area, like around about over here, between say 55 and 50K. You can see we had a little bit of time over here above that range, but not too much. And now we're still under it. If we can break through, let's say the 55K, and we can get above there and flip that as support, then I think things are very good, and it's a high chance that the bull run is going to continue and move a bunch higher. So I think it's likely we're going to hit this zone over here at some point. Over here right now, short term, we're going to have to wait and see. A pullback is possible. 40K, I'm watching that. Worst case, 34K. If we do get a sell-off in September, something like that, it is a possibility. I'm not super sure we actually get it. And then we're going to have to see how that develops. So I just wanted to share some insights here of how I'm seeing the Bitcoin chart. And obviously it's important because usually what happens to Bitcoin is good for the rest of the market. So if Bitcoin is going to continue to go higher, it's likely that Ethereum and other altcoins are going to follow. And of course, if Bitcoin is going to sell off, well, then it's probably not so good for the rest of the market. So eyes on Bitcoin at this moment in the 200-day moving average. Let's see what happens. We should know pretty quickly what is going to happen here. Probably within the next week or two, we should get some idea if we're going to break through it or not. So I'm curious, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are we going to break above the 200-day moving average? And are we going to continue? Or are we going to get rejected, or we're not going to get above it, and we're going to sell off and potentially even go lower than 40K? I would love to hear what you think. Leave a comment down below, and please smash the like button if you do enjoy this video. So before we wrap up, as promised, just a few notes on intelligent cryptocurrency. This is my premium education, research, and community and support membership. It's all in one package. I've reopened the doors to that recently. So if you want to sign up, if you want to learn, if you want to get access to literally dozens and dozens and dozens of training videos, step-by-step tutorials, I write a monthly newsletter where every single month I share insights, TA, research on an altcoin project that I think has high potential, and a lot more. There's monthly member video updates. We have a private members area, private forum, where we have all sorts of topics that we can discuss, where you can get support, where you can ask questions, everything. It's like the complete all-in-one package. If you want to learn anything about crypto, you want to know more You want to be part of a place where you can get questions answered, where you can get support. This is absolutely it. Okay, it's been years in the making. It's taken years to get it to this point, and all the information is there. The cool thing is you can sign up completely risk-free. Okay, I'm giving you a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you can sign up, get access to everything, join the forums, get all the support. And if you are not satisfied and you don't want to keep your membership, you simply let us know and you can get a full refund. I don't think there's anyone in the entire industry in this space that is offering that kind of thing with their paid groups or their memberships or anything like that. I think that it is the best way to show you that what I've created is of the highest possible value. I'm completely confident that it is. So come and try it, sign up. It's the second link in the description if you just want to go and sign up, or if you want to watch the masterclass first, go through the presentation, first link in the description below. Either way, you can check out those links. You can become a member completely risk-free the next 60 days and be there in the members area. So hopefully looking forward to seeing you in the members area. Otherwise, absolutely no problem. My content on YouTube will always be free. I will see you in the next video.